शिक्षा यूट्यूब चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और नए अपडेट्स के लिए बेल आइकन पर क्लिक करें।
See, I understand that this pandemic has turned around everybody's world 360 degrees, and not everybody is finding it very easy to cope with it. Things have been shifting so fast that we are not getting enough time to process it. And as far as it goes with the students who are preparing for high impact exams like NEET and JEE, there's a lot of uncertainty. They are not able to attend their classes. They are not able to study the usual way they were used to. In today's day and age, there are so many online platforms, which make you available informative videos. There are so many, organizations which are, helping you prepare for your exams online. And when it comes to stress and anxiety which is resulting because of this uncertainty that when will this end, when we'll be able to resume our regular routine, it's very genuine that that you face emotions like stress and anxiety in this time. But to cope with it, I think the best way to deal with it is to accept the situation, because this is a global pandemic. We don't know that when is it going to end, when are we going to find a proper valid solution to it, when is it going to normalize things. So just accept the situation, try to adapt to the new way of functioning, because change is the only constant and things are going to keep changing. Even when the pandemic ends, things are not going to be the same that they were before March 2020. Find out ways to make the most of this situation and be functional even in this scenario. So because of the lockdown, we are physically confined to our homes and a close locality or proximity, and we are not able to physically do much about it. But the best way to be functional even in this situation is to follow a routine, because when you talk about anxiety and stress, your mind is not independent of your body. Your body and mind works in sync. So if your body is inactive, if your body is not in order, your mind is definitely not going to be in order. So have a routine, have some discipline in life, keep some component of exercise and nutrition in your life. Try to keep your body as active and as healthy as possible. So obviously, exercising and having a good diet is one way to go about it. Secondly, try to be organized. Even if you're studying or if you're working from home, make a small space for you, which can be your working desk or something, so that when you go and sit there, it kind of gives your mind a signal that okay, fine, now this is your time, or this is your space for your studies or your work. So somewhere the conditioning of your mind happens in that direction. Constant postponing of the exams is demotivating a lot of students, and it is putting them under a lot of stress, because things are very uncertain. And when you expect things to happen in a certain period of time, it's kind of demotivating for you when it doesn't turn out the same way. And ironically, in today's day and age, we are so conditioned to being in control of things, and we have everything at the click of our our finger, and things are available to us so readily that somewhere it has it has acted negatively on our level of patience. And this continuous postponement of exams, and things not working out in the time frame that we expect, is somewhere playing a lot with our patience. So it is nothing to do directly with the exams getting postponed, but it is to do with our level of patience. So if you want to overcome this, first of all, what you need to do is you need to increase your patience level, because things are going to be like this for a while. No matter what your approach about it is, no matter what you think about it, but things are going to be like this. Things are going to take time, and only if you have patience, you will be able to sail through it. Otherwise, things are going to get even more difficult for you. So first of all, increasing your level of patience is going to definitely help you. And secondly, don't stress about your studies, because someday you have to face your exams. So be constantly in touch with your studies. Even if you are done with your preparation, have some routine and keep a component of revision every day. Prepare yourself in a way that even if tomorrow morning you have to give the exam, you should be ready for it, because someday you have to face this situation. So you are going to experience some kind of stress and anxiety before exam, no matter what the situation is. So just increase your patience level, be prepared for your exams, keep revising things, so that no matter if tomorrow you have to give your exams, you should always be ready for it. Yeah, the fear of catching infection is a very genuine concern, especially looking at the amount of lives that this pandemic has, or the virus has taken, the amount of people that it has affected. It is definitely a matter of concern. But we cannot just fear this virus and completely keep our lives on standstill. We have to move simultaneously. On one hand, we have to deal with this virus. On the other hand, we have to keep going. We have to keep making efforts to make or normalize things, and get things on track again, because we don't know that when the vaccine is going to come, or when this pandemic is going to end. We cannot keep our lives on a standstill till then. So what we can do is we can definitely take precautions and try to minimize the risk of this. And I believe that the aspirants of NEET and JEE are students of science faculty, and they understand the virus or the situation in a much better way. So the only way to go about it is not to fear the virus, take proper precautions, follow the guidelines given by the government and the medical bodies, and try to minimize the risk as much as possible. Follow social distancing, we keep using sanitizers or wash your hands, wear a mask, keep a considerable distance from people. And I'm sure that if they are organizing such exams or such big level or mass level that NEET and JEE is, I'm sure that they are going to take necessary steps and precautions on the exam centers as well. So I would just suggest the students and or the parents that don't be very negative about it. Don't fear this virus so much, but take proper precautions, and let your life be rolling simultaneously with this. Today, especially when we all are confined to our houses, we are not able to go out, we are not able to socialize, meet our friends or relatives or any other support system that we have. If the students are staying with their parents, or even if they are not being connected with them over the phone or video calls or internet, I think parents are going to be the most important support system for the students in today's time, because they are the ones who are spending more time with them. They are the ones who are influencing them more in today's situation, because they are physically or virtually also spending more time with their parents, or whom they are living with, the family members basically. So definitely the parents have a very important role to play. What they can do is they can definitely help in keeping the motivation level of the students up, because every day there is a news that okay, the exams are going to be on a certain date, then there is another news that they might not be there, and there is so much of uncertainty and anxiety about it. So definitely what parents can do is they can engage a lot in positive talks, keep motivating their children about it. So I think by doing all these things, they can definitely positively influence their children. You can help them set a proper routine for their studies, and keep motivating them basically. Rather than mental exercise, what I would like to suggest them is that be prepared to face this exam even the next moment, because the whole root cause of this anxiety and stress or any negative emotion in this situation of pandemic today is uncertainty. We don't know what is going to happen, and that is giving rise to a lot of anxiety in not just the student but the population in general. So more than mental exercises, what is going to help them is to be prepared, to be in touch with the subject, to do their revisions properly, to keep update of the notes or the important points which they want to revise, and to aid that, be focused on your exams. Don't succumb to negative campaigns which are happening online, or the negative talks or the negative news. Basically try to engage into things which motivate you, which fill you with positivity, which reduce your stress. They could also be your hobbies, or watching a show on maybe a television or some online platform. Basically try to engage into positive things, positive news. Be focused on your goals, your exams. And more than anything, more than any mind exercise or anything, what is going to really save you in this exam is your subject preparation. Because one day or the other you have to face the exams. So what is really going to save you from this situation is being prepared with your subject. See, the day of your exam is actually the D-Day. So you cannot do much on that particular day. But to make that day, fruitful for you, you have to do certain steps beforehand to achieve that calm on that particular day. So first and foremost is basically the preparations that you do. I believe that you should never do your preparations last minute. You should at least finish it a day before your final exams, because there's a lot of chance of confusion, and your attention power also gets affected by studying at the last moment, and there's a lot of chaos basically. So first and foremost is your preparation. So get done with it at least a night before. Try to be calm and relaxed on the day of your examinations. Do things well in time. Reach the examination center on time, so that you have some time to sit down, relax, soak in the environment, and then give your exam. Secondly, as I told you, that your mind and body work in sync, and for your mind and body both to function properly, you need a lot of oxygen. Keep sipping water while giving your exam, and water also has a lot of calming properties. So keep having water. Monitor your breathing. Because your breathing is a very important indicator that your body is stressed, or if your body is under if your body is anxious, or if it is under a lot of stress. So breathing is a very important aspect of a calm mind. Keep breathing in a very mindful way. Keep sipping water. Don't keep things or preparations for last moment. And basically try to be calm and positive on that particular day. Be optimistic, be hopeful, and keep telling yourself that you're just giving this exam to your best capacity. Don't keep unnecessary pressures and fears that what if I don't get through this, or what if I don't get this particular score or percentage in the exam. Of course that is important, but not on that day. If you want to achieve a particular goal, you need to start the preparation way before that particular day. So you can't do much about things on that day, but what you can do is you can aid your performance on that day by doing these very small steps, so that whatever you have studied, whatever your preparation is, you can make the most of it. You can explore the maximum potential of it on that day.